Hi, this is Ilma Art Studios photograph for today. It's called Island Lake, one of the lakes that we always go to. Hi, check my website at ilmaarts.com for more artworks and photographs. Today I'd like to share 1 Corinthians 15 verse 56. It says, For sin is the sting that results in death, and the law gives sin its power. Here's my poem. Let love rule. Whenever we operate in obedience of the law, it brings more power to sin and hinders us to grow. When we stick to the law just for its sake, we get into the trap that Satan makes. Love surpasses all understanding and power. When we do things out of love, the enemy cowers. We must all live in the knowledge of God's grace. Living under His love removes the stress of this rat race. Here's my essay. There are so many Christians living under the law and stuck in the Old Testament. They have no idea that living in it without reference to the New Testament actually make them live under the law. The Apostle Paul stressed the importance of living under grace in most of his letter to the Romans and Corinthians. He warns us not to live under the law. He says that the more we focus on the law, the more we sin. In John 13:34, Jesus gives us a new commandment. Love each other just as He loved you. The Bible tells us not to live with so much rules because it makes us sin more. We need to focus on God who is love. When we operate in love, Satan flees and sin has no power. Prayer. Lord, help me to live under your love and grace. Reflection. When did the law make you more sinful? I was raised in discipline. My aunt, who was an extended family who lived with us for a while, always made sure that we followed rules. And I think that everything that's in the house that I could remember, everything had to be a rule, and I have to obey all the time. And I guess I became obedient, but later on I couldn't understand why there's so much rules and there's less love. Because I think it's okay to have a rule if you know that the rule is about love. If you know that the rule is to protect someone you love and that you don't deprive that person who is your loved one of love. Otherwise, when you just do the rules and you just lay down the rules without love, then it becomes so legalistic. I lived a very legalistic life for so many decades, and it made me enslaved to what other people will think, and I became a people pleaser because I wanted to please those people who love me so that I could get their love back. So the more I try to follow the law, the more I tend to sin. In other words, like in Romans, it also says that the things that I want to do, I don't do, but the things I do is the things that I do not want to do. In other words, our human nature is very sinful. So the more that we are given rules, the more our sinful nature wants to rebel. But whenever we are shown love, there is no rule with that, because when we see love, we don't get so constrained we don't get constrained to the prison or to the limitations that the rule gives us. So if we do things because we love somebody, that's different. rather than we do things because we fear that if we don't do that, we're gonna displease somebody. And that's not good. The only thing that we should obey and do not want to displease is the Lord, because the Lord is the only one who is made out of love, and we are also made out of love. So um, if we don't operate in love, then our spirit suffers, our life suffers. So thanks for watching, and I hope you check my website at ilmaars.com. Let love rule, and always operate thinking, what would Jesus do? Because Jesus is love, God is love. And it's any situation, if you're going through something, what would Jesus do? Because he would always make love rule. Thanks for watching, and have a blessed day, and God loves you, and so do I.